Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Tiffany, a retired librarian turned homeschool mom, and in this video we're going to continue with the Princess Diaries. So this is book 3, A Princess in Love. So we've jumped from October to roughly around, it starts at Thanksgiving and finishes off at the end of the school year. So yes, they do start skipping further. Because, yeah, the first 3 books don't really cover her first semester of her freshman year in high school. They jump, because otherwise things would get boring, and this series would be insane if she did 3 books per semester. Okay, so let's focus on what goes on in this book. Again, this is absolute utter teenage fluff. So she's still writing her homework occasionally in her notebook. There's random lists in here that are very teenager, obviously, and has to do with what is going on in the time, cute guys, movie stars, films, stuff like that. The main couple plots of what's going on with Mia in this book is she's trying to break up with Kenny. She pulls a fire escape because Lily's planning to stage a walkout for some reason. I can't remember quite why, because Lily is weird, and that's what Lily is. She's still in love with Lily's brother, Michael, and trying to figure out how to break up with Kenny so she can get with Michael, concerned that Michael is dating a girl in his computer club that's being able to clone something. Again, it's kind of silly. So it's one of the members of the computer club or the science club, whatever he's getting involved in. Her name is Judith, and no, he's not actually dating her. It's just they're working on a project together. So those are the major things that are going on. Let's see. It starts off in Thanksgiving. So she has to spend the morning of Thanksgiving with her stepfather's family, who want nothing to do with her. He has a daughter niece by the name of Claire, who's pretty much thinks Mia's boring. They're about the same age. They want nothing to do with her, just because they're other teenagers and they have nothing to do with her. And then she has to go to some fancy dinner with her grandmare and her father, which is just kind of weird and slightly annoying, and just she pretty much gets home exhausted at the end of Thanksgiving. And then she has to go back to school, and it's about to be finals, and Lily is pissed off about something. What on earth? I can't remember. Mia pulls a fire escape because Lily is insane. And that's just kind of what Lily is. She's angry about something. And it's inconsequential. So Mia gets a fire escape, gets a bathroom pass, and pulls the fire escape to get everybody out. So basically, because nobody's actually going to do it, because Lily figured out how to send a mass email to everybody in the school. She originally asked her brother. He's like, no, this is stupid. No. She figures out how to do it. Nobody's going to do it, pretty much. And Mia doesn't want to look stupid and piss off her friends, so she pulls the fire escape. And everybody gets yelled at, and nobody really knows, though her stepfather suspects. He also suspects what Lily's up to, so he's like, when it's a crime, you could get suspended, but whoever it is probably a good thing. So he suspects it because she was in his class, and he's just not going to say anything. And Lena suspects, but she doesn't know. And she kind of slightly confronts Mia, and Mia gets suspended because she smashes Lena's cell phone. Her father gets kind of pissed off because this woman kind of goaded her. But still, she gets suspended for a day because she gets pissed off at her bully who sits behind her and is obnoxious. So, things that happen with her. She does eventually break up with Kenny, but that is the going through this entire thing is, I need to break up with Kenny. Her grandmother says she needs to do it subtly, and try to get Michael to fall in love with her. Which, oddly enough, he already is. If you're familiar with the film, some of these things are taking place in the film, because this is when she finally gets Michael, and it's the end of the film. The book is the non-dominational winter dance, because of course it is. They cannot say Christmas because it's an upper class private school with a wide ranging of nationalities. So they cannot have a Christian holiday, so it's a winter dance, essentially. And yes, that's what's running through this, is breaking up with Kenny. Getting through finals, because again, she's terrified of messing up and having bad grades and failing algebra, which she doesn't. She gets a B. Her grade goes up. She gets a, I believe, yeah, she gets a B in algebra. So, and yes, she does break up with Kenny, and he kind of gets it because he says he loves her and she doesn't know how to respond. He says it in front of the school. So she's not particularly happy about that. She doesn't quite know. It's like, and she starts leaving secret admirer notes with Michael. And they also apparently have these weird secret Santa things. It turned out her as Lily's boyfriend, Boris. That ends up interesting later in the book series. But again, it accumulates with the winter dance. She's broken up with Kenny, and she gets to dance with Michael. I believe it's a very happy ending. Make sure this is the actual ending. Yes. So, yes, and the Royal Genovian jet, because she has to spend the holidays with her father's family. So, yep, she has the best night of her entire life, and she's goading about it. And let's see what exactly happens. It's been a little bit. Yes, they have the whole winter carnival thing, and Michael gives her a poem. It's like, yes, on the computer screen. It's like, yes, I'm in love with you as well. And Judith has a boyfriend. So, yes, they get to make out and go to the dance together. The other thing that happens in this book is very interesting. So there's one Genovian fashion designer, and Grammaire has a bunch of pictures of her taken in various outfits of his, and he, without permission, puts it in a magazine spread and has her essentially being his model and saying she loves his clothing. Mia's father gets royally pissed off. It's like, you did not have permission. No, you did not have permission to do this. You do not have permission to show my daughter in various gowns, saying she's advertising this without, again, asking. And no, she doesn't, because that's not what Mia wears normally. But he does give her a very, very beautiful dress to wear to the ball and apologizes. So thankfully her father does not kill him, though I think he wants to, because again, she's 14. Mentally, this thing, it's like she's 14 still. So yeah, Daddy's kind of needily protective of her, because this is his 14-year-old little girl, and he doesn't obviously want her all over magazines, dressed in fancy, slightly possibly sexy clothing. Yes, Sebastian, I believe is his name, does give her a very, very gorgeous dress at the end to go to the ball in, to go to this non-denominational dance in the gym. Yes, the gym, that's where it takes place. The only thing that takes place in a fancy place is the prom. That's interesting at the end of this book. We'll get to those stories. So let's see. If I can find out anything else. I don't know if it describes the dress or anything. I think it's pink. Could be wrong. Let's see. Nope. Hold on. I have the end of the book here. Yes. Scratch my nose. But yes. So she has a wonderful time. She gets to dance with Michael. And that's pretty much the end of the book. So it's fun. It's fluffy. Trying to get any more information besides her friends telling her she's crazy because this Judith person is going out with somebody else that goes to a school called Trinity, which is another private school. So, let's see. Nope. But yes. But again, that's the end of the book. It's fun. It's fluff. It's a continuation of the story. She finally gets the guy. Takes 3 books. She finally gets the guy. She spends the rest of the next several books trying to keep the guy and being a teenage girl, essentially being concerned about various things like presents and sex. Yeah, because again, he goes to college. Remember, he's older than her. He's a senior. He's about to graduate and go off to Columbia. So that is the end of this book. Basically the book review. Cute book. Again, it's the 3rd book in a, I think, 11-part series. The 11th book, however, is considered an adult romance novel. And yes, I'm going to cover that one. And there's actually a few other little books in between, and I will cover those as well, because she has small little short stories that she throws in there. So that is it for this review. If you like what you see, and have you liked the other reviews, like and subscribe. Check out the rest of what I've got. These are a little unusual. Normally I cover a lot of children's picture books. I've covered some other teen series as well. This is my first foray into doing romance. But the reason I'm doing this, one, they're enjoyable books. They're enjoyable fluff. The other reason is the last series I did, if you want to check out the rest of my channel and timing, is The Last Apprentice, which is extremely, extremely dark. And I needed to lighten up the channel a little bit and lighten up my reading, so I decided to do the romance and the absolute utter teen fluff, because it's fun. I mean, it's just fun. That's why I'm doing the series. So, but be sure to check out the rest of the channel. I have a variety of stuff, from children's picture books, a lot of educational children's picture books, some older educational novels. I cover the color purple. You can check that out. I do the Hidden Figures was something that I'd done. I actually do the picture books connected to that as well, and a variety of different films and other educational stuff and videos. So be sure to check out the rest of my channel. I have a lot to offer. I have a lot more planned. So like and subscribe. Thank you.